good to have you here again on Precautions Wellness TV. Today we're going to be taking on a topic that is quite different. Something you've probably not heard before. Probably you have, but it's a little unconventional. But it's something that I think you should really look into. So stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be treating the topic nose picking. You know what I mean, right? Or should I say for some it's no big deal, but for some others it's a no. It's such a big deal. I mean, it's outright gross. But on this video today, we're going to be learning more about it, and if it's good to do or not to do, So if you like what I'm bringing you today, just give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Just click on that red button to the bottom right of your screen that says subscribe, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. Now, nose picking. Does everyone do it? Well, my answer is yes. Everyone, well, I can't speak for everyone, but I am thinking that everyone does, at least at one point in time or the other. But some have mastered how not to do it, or how not to do it in a gross way. And so that is what I'm bringing you: how to control it, how to not do it, how to just go about easing your nasals without digging for gold, Alright, so does everyone do it? I suppose so. Okay, why do some people do it more than others? Why do some people do it more than other people? There are people who they do it unconsciously. They're not even aware they're doing it. They have some discomfort up here, and they just go gross, isn't it? And for some, they say it's a natural phenomenon. I mean, it's nothing to worry about. Do you agree? Please, I want to see your comments in the comment section. Alright, now, what are people picking? Some will say you're digging for gold. What really are people picking? When you have a cold, a flu, catarrh, you have some mucus running down your nasals or something like that, and sometimes it's liquid, it's fluid, and sometimes it dries up. So when it's liquid, when it's fluid, you can blow your nose, you can do all that. But what happens when it gets dry? Sometimes some people don't have a cold, they don't have a flu, but they have the dry crust, the dry mucus crust building up at the top part of their noses, inside their nostrils. So, I mean, I've said before, we're not doctors here, so I may not be able to explain to you exactly what brings it up. If it becomes too much, I suggest that you see your GP, your doctor. See your GP and ask why your nostrils are always secreting or always piling up dry mucus crust at the top of your nostrils. And in the meantime, I'd like to show you how not to embarrass yourself when you're outside digging for gold. You know, there is a way to go about it that people would not uh, people will not get embarrassed for you. Alright, I've been laughing throughout, right? Because it's a very funny one, you know. It's funny to me, it may not be funny to you, but if you're really interested in seeing how, please stay tuned. Now, one fact I'd like to point out is that, you know, when you pick, these are cells, they're living cells, and a lot of them, like just like your flu, your flu and cough, they carry elements of bacteria and germs. You know, that's why when you sneeze, you have to cover your nose, and you be careful not to sneeze into people's faces so that they don't catch whatever it is there to be caught, you know. So imagine putting your finger into your nostril and digging up that thing with the crust, and what do you do with it? Do you dig it up and do this, or do you dig it up and wipe on your clothes, or what? And when you dig it up, whatever you do with it, what happens next? Do you leave the bacteria on your fingers or in your fingernails, and then you just do this, and then you go pick up a piece of cake or something with your hands, and then you're munching it? You're taking in those bacteria, guys. So please, I beg you, this is very important. You would really want to consider it. So yes, sometimes it may not even be crusts that's caught up in your nostrils. Sometimes it's just an itch. Yes, sometimes you could feel itches right in there, maybe due to your nasal hairs, which please don't shave your nasal hairs, please, because they are there for a reason. They are there to catch the dust and all of that trying to get into your nostrils. Please don't shave your nasal hairs. You can trim it a bit if it's pouring out, but please don't shave it. Thank you. Now sometimes you could feel an itch right in there, just an itch, nothing to dig out really. So if you feel that itch, here's what to do. Gently pinch your nose. I mean, I'm doing this so that you can see what I'm doing, but actually you can just go like this. You saw that. I just went like this. And that's all. I mean, that solves the situation. The worst you can do is this. When you're pinching your nose, you don't just pinch it, you slightly and gently rub it, you know, just at the surface of your nostrils, and voila, the itch is gone. That is one way to deal with, you know, issues with your nostrils. When it's itching, all you need to do is pinch it, gently rub it, and I think that itch would go away. Try it. Now, one tried way I like to bring to you on how to stop picking your nose or digging for gold is, number one, do some nasal irrigation. Now, what is nasal irrigation? It's I'll simply call it washing your nose. Yes, washing your nose. How do you do that? Do you pour soap and water into your nose? And no. Here's how. Now, this nasal irrigation can be done in the morning when you're having your bath, and at night when you're having your bath as well. For those of you who would only have their bath once a day, then you can do it when you're having your bath in the morning, and later at night. Even if you're not having your bath, you can also do it. So here's how. When you irrigate your nose, when you're having your bath, you know, you could just take some water in your, probably just before you go into the shower, at your sink. You could run the water and take into your palms, cup it into your palms this way, and splash it into your nostrils this way. Just keep going this way. You don't have to put it, no, don't do that, please. Just take enough water in your hands and gently, please push it this way. Just keep doing it. You feel the hard and dry crusts softening up. You literally feel it. You can do it for 3 or 4 times, and by the time it's all soft, if you have a mirror, you could take a look at your mirror and then you'll notice it. Now, after doing that with water, the next thing you should do is blow. You can take tissue and blow, just as you blow your nose when you have a cold. Take your tissue and blow. Now, if you don't have your tissue readily available, you can blow your nose into your sink this way, and then you rinse. Be careful when you're blowing, you may have some splashing here and there, so you just want to be careful, and you want to rinse out your sink if possible. Now, if you find that gross, please just use tissue, okay? And not all of it might come out at first, so I think you would want to do it again after you blow the first time. Check it, feel it. If you feel anything in it, just do that again. And then just take the water in your hands and cup it over your nostrils this way. I'm trying not to do this because of my lipstick. So just cup it over your nostrils and push it in gently. Don't inhale it, please. When you're pushing it, please don't breathe in, don't inhale it. Just hold your breath for those few seconds, and then you blow again. So blow until you feel like you don't have anything left. Then you can look into your mirror to see if there's any residue, and you could gently clean it out, okay? Either use your tissue to clean it out, or you rinse your hands, clean it out, clean it out until it's clean. It's nice and clean. Then you go shower, you go have your bath, wash out, rinse out your sink, please wash it out so that you don't leave bits of mucus on. Now, what if you were not at home and maybe you forgot to do it in the morning before going to work? You forgot to do it in the morning and having your bath. What do you do? Okay, if in this case you could go to a restroom. If you feel uncomfortable, rather than do, you could, if you're at someone's house, you could ask for their restroom and go to the restroom. If you're in a restaurant, just anywhere you are, just look for a restroom that has water. Okay, water is most likely your best bet. Why? Because it softens the crust, okay, and brings it out easier. It's easier than poking and trying to get it out. Sometimes you may hurt yourself, okay, but if you can get it out that way, well, I guess just look for a private place to do it. You look for a private place to do it, and please don't forget to wash your hands, okay? So if you're out somewhere, you're not in the comfort of your home, one thing you can do is go to the restroom, find a private place, and do the same irrigation for your nostrils. Irrigate your nostrils and clean it up. If you're a lady, take your handbag where you have your tissues and everything, clean it up and rinse yourself, rinse everything out, and you're good to go. Please check your nostrils to make sure there's no residue, so that you don't go back to where people are and you have things dangling from your nostrils, okay? Another thing to do if you do not have access to water, you could use wet wipes. Okay, wet wipes will just nicely, you could just stick it. Please don't stick it too deep, just at the level where you feel the crust, and use it to clean it out. Just pull it out a bit. You could in whichever way is comfortable for you, just bring it out. Okay, but I'd like to share with us some of the precautions we must take, because as unharmful as it may seem, it's you just have to be careful. Okay, even picking your nose requires care, or cleaning out your nose, not picking your nose, or cleaning out your nose requires care. Okay, so number one, don't blow your nose too hard. Okay, don't blow. When you're blowing out, sometimes it feels like it's not coming out. Don't go no, don't blow it too hard. Don't hurt your nose, don't hurt your nostrils. You may just rupture something, I don't know, but please don't blow too hard. Make sure the crust, that's why I said irrigate like once, twice, 3 times. Make sure the crust is soft enough to fall out on its own, then blow. Just soft blow and it comes out. Number 2 precaution, please wash your hands. Your hands, sanitize your hands. If you're not at home, if you don't have restroom where you are, or soap and water, please, when you're done with your cleaning out your nose, remember to wash your hands. It's very important. Wash your hands, or use a sanitizer, or use your wet wipes and then use a sanitizer. Why? All that mucus and crust contain bacteria, and trust me, you don't want to forget and then pick up a piece of cake or something that you can eat with your hands, and you're taking back in all that bacteria. It's not healthy. So please wash your hands or sanitize. Another precaution would be don't poke with any sharp objects. Please don't put in your hairpin, don't put in the broomstick or whatever. I'm gonna treat something else that has to do with ears, cleaning out your ears as well. Don't poke. Please don't put in any sharp objects. Don't try it. Don't say I can't reach it, so I have to go further. No, please, just irrigate. It will bring down everything. In fact, when you're having your bath, if you're having a warm bath or a warm shower, it'll soften out on its own. You don't even have to irrigate. So all you need to do when you're showering, just before you finish, just blow out all that, okay, and clean your nose thoroughly. Now another precaution is, don't pick your nose and throw it everywhere, or rub it at the back of the seat, or please don't do it. As much as disgusting as it is, it's disgusting, yes, and at the same time it's unhealthy. You're just putting germs everywhere. It's unhealthy. So please don't throw all around. Please don't. Thank you. So in everything I've said, everything we've said here, the bottom line is, one of the best ways to keep your nasals free, and keep yourself from picking your nostrils and all of that, is to irrigate your nostrils day and night, just like you brush, day and night. Irrigate your nostrils day and night. If for some reason you keep having dry crust, please just irrigate your nostrils day and night. I mean, it's confirmed to help you. So that's how to stop nose picking. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much. I'd like to hear your comments in the comment section. If there's any tip you have, any other tip you have on this, please feel free to share with us. Don't hold back. And if this tip was easy for you to do, please feel free to share. Tell us that it was easy. Tell us, oh, do it every day for about a week and tell me how you felt. Tell me if it helped. Tell me, because sometimes you could get embarrassed. Maybe you did it unconsciously and then you found out that people were looking and you got embarrassed. So and you didn't know how to stop. So if you tried this for 1 week and it worked for you, please let me hear it. Let me see it in the comment section. So thank you. I hope this helps you, and stay well as always. God bless.